let's invite Grant off the stage.
Ten rules for creativity. More on this to come. Rule number 1, get up early. For me, a very creative time is the morning. I'm not a morning person, so I've had to invent a magic spell. Wake while all the world is sleeping. To the moonlit desk, go creeping. Boil some coffee in a pot. Drink it till there comes a thought. Write it down on bark of spruce with ink of eel and quill of goose. By flight of moth and march of ants, while owls screech and raccoons dance, scribble, scribble, toil and trouble, coffee drips and more thoughts bubble. The spell will break with morning sun. Magically, some work got done. And this is my creative process. I wake up early before work, 5:30 or 6 most days, go to the drawing table with a cup of coffee, usually a pot of coffee, sit alone with my ideas before my kids wake up. Number 2, keep a notebook. I never want to sit down to a blank page. So I've carried a notebook with me for about the last 10 years, so I can always go back and see what I was thinking, a certain time in my life, a certain place I traveled. What do I put in my notebook? Anything and everything. I can put good ideas, my bad poems, my dark secrets, potential dog names, interesting leaves, magic spells like the one I shared with you all, my wild ambitions, hopes and fears, useless inventions. Rule number 3, play with unfamiliar materials. Sometimes it's the things around me, the bananas in my kitchen to make a banana sloth, the toilet paper to make a toilet Muppet. Sometimes it's just a new type of paint or pen. Rule number 4, go outside. I find when I'm away from my screen, away from my phone, walking around my neighborhood, walking around the park, I'm most creative, enjoying the beautiful autumn colors of Wichita. Rule number 5, sit in silence. This one's easier said than done. Rule number 6, don't quit your day job. I do work as an orthodontist. It gives me stability in a lot of ways. It also gives a chance to rest my subconscious, to not always be thinking of new ideas and trying to be creative. Rule number 7, remember your childhood. For me, this means drawing what I'm most passionate about at the time. In 8th grade, when I created my first book, that was the '97 Chicago Bulls. Specifically, Dennis Rodman, my favorite player. In this book, he was a noir detective rescuing kidnapped Michael Jordan. Rule number 8, chase your wildest ambitions. If you're lucky, you'll find something you love doing. Others will take notice. You'll strive to improve your skills. Your work will grow to define you. Eventually, you'll gain recognition for it, like doing a Wichitalk. But you may encounter backlash, inner turmoil, fierce competition, and self-doubt. No matter what project I'm working on, self-doubt always enters in. In the struggle for greatness, your work will become bigger, faster, more exotic. You'll go from walking a single crocodile to rollerblading behind a whole zoo of animals, metaphorically, of course. Until you finally lose control and you're left with nothing except the thing you loved in the first place. And for me, that's sitting at the drawing table, 5:30 in the morning, pot of coffee and my ideas, sheet of paper in front of me and a pen or pencil. Rule number 9, ignore these rules and find your own path. Maybe you're a night owl, not a morning person. Maybe you can't put your phone down. Maybe you just don't want to carry a sketchbook. In your own creative pursuit, whatever that may be, you'll find your way. Hopefully some of these are helpful to you in that process. And I hope you find the courage in your creative work to make the leap. I'm not ready. It's an impossible task. It could be painful. There's too much competition. I can't see what's going to happen. I can see exactly what's going to happen. I'm comfortable right here. Conditions aren't ideal. What was I waiting for? And I'm excited to announce that in my own life, I'm making a creative leap of my own. Starting this Tuesday, I'm going to work part-time as an orthodontist to spend more time alone with my ideas, making comics and picture books. Thanks so much for listening.